Hey, Seer. Good morning. We all slept in a bit late, so we're skipping breakfast. Ulrich's orders, so there's no point in fighting it, right?
Yeah, but our next stop is Mazeo. As soon as we get there, I'll buy us all apples. Man, it's been way too long since I've had those.
A one-track mind as usual, but to be honest, it does sound tasty. Hopefully they aren't too expensive. So, are you ready to go? Ulrich and Pro are waiting out front. I guess the outlook is pretty close to Peregrino.
I'm good. Unless there's something else we need to do.
You know, I thought things would be different. If you made me the Elder, I'd have a big game plan. And I thought I did, but I realized how little I know. Obviously, keeping our independence is important, right? But I've realized that's actually kind of insignificant. Our problems are here in the present, not out in the future. Maintaining our identity is a plan for the future. If Valinor succumbs to the cold, there'll be nothing left to maintain. I still believe we need our independence, but that can't happen for a while. So, against my better judgment, alliances might be necessary. I doubt we can find a way to save Valinor all on our own. We'll require knowledge from all corners of Alestia. So that might make things a bit tricky. Rebuilding a nation that wants nothing to do with you. Who'd help me if I planned to give nothing in return? Sorry for rambling on. It's just a lot to take in. But being able to talk about it definitely helps. Thanks, Seer. At the end of the day, being able to confide in you is great. That's good to hear, Seer. Nobody should go through this stuff alone. It's a lot better, feeling like I'm part of a team. Let's not get too far off track, alright? What am I going to do? I want Valinor's independence, but I can't get it alone. As we travel the world, I'll need help wherever I can get it. Connecting our nation with the spirits isn't something I can do alone. I have no idea how I'll get it done, though. Like I said, I'll need help from the outside world. What an odd idea. Alliances to achieve independence? No, people would just think I'm using them. In order to do this efficiently, I'd have to keep it a secret. Glean information wherever I can without telling anybody why. A book here, a conversation there, until I find a solution. At the end of the day, nobody would know what I was up to. But when our journey is over, I have the means to save Valinor. That sounds so unethical. But is it really? If it saves our nation? What do you think about all of this, Seer? Yeah, I guess you're right. If I got caught, things would go wrong. Don't want to harm our chances of saving the world. Can you imagine if somebody did that to us? Helping us out, only to use us for information? I feel bad for suggesting it, but dire times, you know? Thanks for giving me your advice, Seer. It's good to have some direction. I was feeling lost. I'm glad to know we can keep working together like this. I I know. Trust me, I know. But is this really the time to talk about that stuff? It's not that I'm not interested, it's just timing. Maybe I'll feel a bit different once we get to Mazeo. Settling down in the Rebel HQ might make things easier. Right now, there's just so much happening, and we're mobile. It'll take some time before I can think about that stuff. If only the day went by normally. Who knows what would have happened. Let's get things moving, alright? Like I said, I have a better sense of direction now. Or at the very least, my mind is more clear. That's all I needed.
Oh, hey there, Seer. What's wrong? Nothing, really. I'm just thinking about, well, everything. I got a good sleep last night, so that helped. Better than being restless and alone with my thoughts. I'm just thinking about the future a lot right now. Most importantly, it's Valenorth's future that concerns me. We know what Valesso wants to do as Elder, but I'm worried. I've read that nations fall due to a leader's stubborn nature. I'd rather see Valenorth live alongside the other nations. It's a lot preferable to the concept of dying alone. I think it's just time to turn some pages, you know? I know I look pretty well rested, but I'm not. This is pretty embarrassing for me to say, so don't laugh. Last night, I had a really bad dream. I almost cried. We were making our way down toward Mazeo, but we weren't with Pro and Ulrich. It was our parents. I kept telling them not to go. I knew they wouldn't come back. But they didn't listen. They just kept going. I ran until my legs could barely move, and then I ran even more. It actually felt like I could save them, if I only tried. Eventually, we made it to the gates of Mazeo. Or at least I think they were. I've never actually been there. But this is the worst part. They finally turned to face us. And that's when I realized something shocking. I don't remember what my parents looked like, Seer. Their faces were a blur, almost like they were nobody. They started to speak, but I didn't recognize their voices. Has it been so long that I'm forgetting my own parents? I tried so hard to picture them when I woke up. I couldn't. When they died, everyone told me they weren't really gone, that they'd live on forever, inside of my memory. But even that's fading, Seer. What happens next? Back at the Grand Tree, I said I wanted vengeance. I wanted to take down the Triumvirate to avenge our parents. But this dream was kind of like a wake-up call, you know? Why should I fight for something that doesn't exist? And better yet, something I can't even picture in my head. There are so many reasons to fight, all of them less selfish. So, I think I want to fight for you. I want to make sure that you're safe and you survive this. When it comes to you, the entirety of Alestia is at stake. At the end of the dream, when they turned back, I ran toward them and tried to hug them one more time. I told them I loved them, but nothing happened. I felt nothing. That emptiness, that nothingness. Is that what I really want to fight for? No. There's real, breathing people to fight for. So that's what I'll do. I won't pursue justice for a memory, let alone a memory that's almost gone. I'll do it for you, and those around me, so nobody else has to lose a home, or parents. When this is all over, everyone will be happy. Fighting for vengeance would only serve me. I'm better than that, and I'm only realizing it now. I wonder if this dream was a gift from the spirits. Well then, let's get going. We have a long journey ahead of us. Better get it started now. I'm pumped up.
Well, here we are. Samira told me you've never been. Take a look down there. What do you think?
Whoa.
That's amazing!
That's Mazeo?
Yeah, we can probably reach it in a few more hours. But take a while to enjoy the view. It's really something else. And it's not like we'll be coming back here anytime soon, right?
Yeah.
And so, Ulrich stood at the entrance of the world, enthralled by its beauty. It would seem that his dreams for the future were no less grand than the sight before him. With comrades in tow, they took in the sight together, an unspoken bond slowly forming.
The bond won't last much longer if you keep that up, Pro.
Yikes! It's not like this is my job or anything. You know I'm trying to record all the important moments.
You must be grasping at straws if you're writing about me then. Focus on the seer or something. This is the start of his journey.
Or maybe you could focus on this.
Huh?
Wow.
This shouldn't be happening, right? The blood leaves don't fall at this time of year.
He's right, everyone. Normally it's too warm for them to wilt and fall. I know what this means. Valinor is starting to die.
You mean because of the dim spirit idol?
Yeah, I didn't think it would happen so fast. We need to hurry. If we don't do something, our home will...
Don't worry. We'll figure out a way to save your village. We are saving Alestia, and that includes Valinor.
Are you ready, Seer? I guess this is where things truly begin.
As a team, we can do this. I'm stronger for having you by my side.
So this is it, huh? Now it's our turn.
wish you could be here with us. Don't worry, Mom and Dad. I'll make you proud.
As a group, we headed down to Mazeo, with our resolve peaked. In that moment, it seemed like our goal was both clear and within our grasp. However, Mazeo would soon prove how wrong and naive we truly were.
It appears that things have finally begun. Did you have your audience with the seer, Master? Yes, indeed. It went just as planned. Doubt is a very powerful weapon. When wielded properly, you are right. Thankfully, we have lots of practice. Perhaps too much? Or at the very least, not enough. But we've waited longer in the past.
So, you think this is the end? I suppose that rests with the seer. Let us watch and see what unfolds.
Whoa, they look pretty cool, huh?
It was definitely a nice send-off. I just hope the Mazeans aren't afraid.
Why would they be afraid? Really? But they're just leaves.
You know how superstitious people can be.
I was taught that they're tears from the spirit realm. You know, the spirits crying out. But I don't know why. Perhaps our parents were reaching out to us.
Case in point, Pro.
Fair enough. Anyway, there was something I had to say. Don't you think it's a little odd to walk around like that? Actually, that's kind of what I had in mind. I don't think you should walk around with that blade out in the open. Let's cover it up, all right? There might be spies in Mazeo.
That's actually a good idea. We don't know how many eyes will be on us. It might help us get past the gate guard as well.
Yeah, they wouldn't take kindly to seeing that. They're skeptical enough of travelers from Valinor.
What? But we wouldn't do anything.
That's exactly the point.
People from Valinor would never harm Mazeo, true. But that's what makes it the perfect excuse for wrongdoers. Say you're from Valinor and get through without a second thought.
That's awful.
Yeah, unfortunately they're keen on that trick. They'll end up questioning us no matter what we say.
So we need to cover up the blade.
Yeah.
I guess it's a good thing I brought this then.
What do we do if they don't buy it?
Well, I'll play some of my patented charm.
We're doomed.
There's still a long way to go, so let's walk and talk. We're losing time, and that's the one thing we can't afford to lose.
All right.
So, how'd it go?
As good as it could have, which isn't saying much.
What would you have me put on the record?
Negotiations to resume with more parties present. I think that about sums it up while I gather my bearings.
Very well. And what about off the record? What should I be expecting to come through that door?
Initially, I wanted them to sabotage the Triumvirate's ships, but that was very short-sighted of me. We'll need a naval army, so I tackled things from another angle, securing ships.
That shouldn't be too hard, right? The pirates have an enormous army.
Combined, yeah, but I can't win them all over. Alex and Nada will both be fighting to cut a deal with me. And I'm afraid no matter who we side with, things will change.
For who exactly?
Everybody. Lilith, can you send for Domek? He'll need to be present at the final negotiations.
Of course, sir.
I have a feeling he'll be bringing the seer too, Lilith. With everybody under one roof, we can finally make some progress. At the end of the day, Mazeo and the rebellion will be allied with the pirates.
Never thought I'd see the day. I guess we just have to choose who to side with.
That's why I need to see Domek as well. He'll be leading the final battle, so he needs to choose. I trust his decision and his sense of strategy more than you know.
Should he really be making choices that affect the future of Mazeo?
I think it's in our best interest. Besides, with what's coming, I don't think I'll be here much longer. I only hope that we can leave behind a peaceful future for Mazeo.
Hey. There's not much to say that you don't already know. It's a trading hub, providing goods and services to Valinor and Alarenthia. But there's a large piracy scene, providing the more illicit goods and services. The occupation was supposed to make things better, but it didn't. It only created more laws to break, and they haven't even cracked down on them. The mayor has slowly defected to our side after realizing the Triumvirate's true intent. They only wanted the spirit idol hidden underneath Mazeo. We're sure of it. The introduction of law and order to the city of Mazeo was justification enough for them. If they truly wanted to keep Mazeo in line, they'd be enforcing the laws they put in place. His name is Gryz, and he slowly defected to our side. He's a good ally to have, especially with the strings he can pull. I doubt our plans would have gotten this far without his assistance. I'd say so, yeah. This isn't a sudden defection or anything like that. It's been slowly happening over the last 20 years. I saw it all. He's truly sorry for what he's done, and now he wants redemption. I guess joining us will help him achieve that redemption. He's just in the unfortunate situation of playing both sides. He does work with the enemy, but his allegiance is with us. I know it.
So, about that charm.
Yeah?
When are you gonna start turning it on?
It's been on this whole time.
Oh boy.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
It means you think highly of your own ability. And if I'm not mistaken, it's a little too highly.
That's not true.
Oh really? Charm me then.
You mean right now?
Yeah, right here, right now. Shouldn't be too hard for someone like yourself.
Oh, well, just let me think. It takes a bit to get in the groove.
Oh, is that so? Sounds like an excuse to me.
It's not!
All right then, just hurry it up, Pro. I'd tell you to take your time, but I don't want to die of old age.
Oh, great! It's Carmen!
Who?
Basically, the one gate guard I'm comfortable with. Leave this one to me. We'll be in Mazeo before you know it. Hey! Let go! We don't have much time to waste!
There's another way.
Oh, come on! I had a whole routine worked out, Ulrich. Mine will work for sure. With them, it's a risk.
I just want to see how they handle this. Diplomacy will be really important moving forward. Shouldn't we let them get some practice?
The new Elder of Valenorth.
Yeah. Valessa, come here.
What can I do for you, Ulrich?
This is your first time coming to Mazeo, right? The relationship between both of our nations is important. How we handle this situation could have a big impact.
In what way?
Pro wants to lie his way in. That's what he does best. Not that it's a bad thing, of course, it usually works wonders. But at the end of the day, you are the Elder of Valenorth. If you prefer, you can try talking to Carmen. See if you can reason with him and get our entry granted. Your role as the Elder can't stay hidden forever. What would the people think if someone like you was accomplice to deceit? Word has its way of traveling around. It could find its way back to you. Aside from the rebellion, you have to make an impact on Mazeo's people. The question is, what kind of impact should that be?
I guess this is a lot more complicated than I originally thought.
Everything will be complicated now, Valessa. Don't do anything lightly from this point forward.
What should we do?
Good. Just what I wanted to hear. I knew that your group had some common sense. Watch and learn. You're about to see the master at work. Hey, Carmen!
Who are you?
Oh, you know, I've seen you around. You seem to like the tavern, even sometimes on shift. I think I counted 4 illegal entries last week alone. That wouldn't look good on your record, would it? You need this job to provide for your family. Those are some pretty big missteps, Carmen.
This isn't going to work.
Who said I'm trying anything? I'm just trying to give you a friendly warning.
Sounds more like a threat to me. Get this over with. I have a long shift ahead of me.
It won't be much longer if I tell Gryz about this.
You can't tell Gryz if I don't let you in.
Wow, You've done this before, huh?
You're the 5th one today.
I didn't want it to come to this, but here we go. We all need passage into Mazeo, with no questions asked. It needs to stay off the record. You know, like your other failures. As I said before, I know about your family. I know everything. I also have insider knowledge of something coming to Mazeo. The pirates are about to make a power play against the mayor.
Sure they are. Why would I let you in now? I bet that info was your trump card.
No, your family is my trump card. Let me in and I'll tell you their key targets. That way you can get your family out of the way.
Why should I believe you?
You don't have to. I don't care if your family dies. It seems to me like you're the one that would want this info. And whether you believe me or not, that's your gamble. But I did know about your little tavern adventures, and exactly how many slipped through your grasp last week. Do you really want a chance that this information is false? Besides, what's a few more numbers on your list of failures? It's not like we're gonna go squealing on you. We need discretion. So just let us through, and nobody will know what happened here. The only difference is that you'll get to embrace your family again. That's not something I can guarantee if you don't work with me here.
Wow. You're a pro.
That's what they call me. Well then, how'd I do?
That was insane! The pirates are going to attack?
Nah, I just made it up. Seemed to work fine though, right? It only requires a couple facts to win someone's trust.
That was awful. Pro, how could you do something like that?
It was pretty easy, actually. Look at what hung in the balance. Thankfully, we're in the clear. So, shall we?
Domik, may I speak with you?
Oh, of course. Is everything okay?
I believe you've been waiting for this.
Secure a naval army? That's a lot bigger than our initial plans.
Is it an unwelcome change?
No, not at all. We were just planning to steal the Triumvirate ships. While they were busy with Valinor, they'd be unmanned. But this... it could grow our forces exponentially. Especially if the pirates lend us their army.
Not for free, of course. They'll probably rob Gryz blind in exchange. I recommend not offering them any of our resources. We barely have enough food for our own men, and weapons for that matter. We need more of those. Do you think you could spin negotiations in our favor?
Of course I can. I'm nothing if not a good negotiator. It seems like everything is in our favor.
This final clause, however.
The one requesting the seer's presence. Pay it no mind, they should be arriving here shortly. In fact, I'll go meet them in the town square right away.
Is their Exodus training regiment finalized? Your schedule should be able to accommodate changes. Your plan is still slow exposure to develop a tolerance, yes?
Yeah, that's the best way to do it. I could only handle it for a mere moment. But I feel stronger, like I could handle more. Oh, of course, I'm not going to touch it again. I'm just assuming the same rules apply to the seer. With controlled exposure, they could wield it longer and longer. long enough to aid our final assault on Bolteus.
Hey, Pro.
What's up?
That can't be your real name.
Why not?
I mean, it's a little odd.
And Valessa isn't?
You have a point.
But since you asked, it isn't my real name. The truth is, I don't actually know my real name.
How do you manage that?
I'd rather not talk about it, if it's all the same to you. Pro is just something the orphans called me when I was younger. I showed a knack for picking up skills with ease.
So you're a pro.
Something like that. Any idea why your parents chose Valessa?
No idea, actually. I never thought to question it, but yours kinda stuck out like a sore thumb.
I'll take that as a compliment. Hey, there's something else in my mind, actually.
Oh yeah? What's that?
What's up with the name Fortem? Like, how is that one even possible?
I've always wondered that.
It's bugging me, and I've only known him for a day. It must bother you so much, you've known him forever.
Yeah, but you're good at getting info, right?
That's what I've been told.
Maybe we can work together to find this out. I want to know just what Fortem really means.
Okay, let's do it. Pro and Valessa, on the case.
Wait, I think I see them. Hey, what gives?
You can't just run off into a crowd like that, Fortin. You'll get lost, and I don't have the time to find you. Stay close to us. We'll get over there eventually.
All right.
Here's some money to spend on whatever you want, but like I said, just make sure you stick close to us. This isn't the kind of place you want to be alone in.
Wow, thanks, Ulrich. I'm gonna look for some apples then. Can you point them out for me so I don't get lost?
Yeah, they should be over there. Well, I guess we should keep an eye out for Dominic. Knowing him, he's already here waiting for us. Do you see him anywhere, Pro?
There's too many people. Give me a few minutes. I'll find him.
Look, I finally got what I wanted. It was so expensive, though. I only had enough for one. Guess I'll have to make it last as long as possible, huh?
Only one? You were conned, Fortune. I should have followed you after all.
Conned?
Yeah, taken advantage of. The locals know a tourist when they see one. They raise the prices because you don't know any better.
Mean.
Sorry, it's my fault. For a moment, I put too much faith in the people. At least now you know all of my warnings were true.
Is that him?
I just wanted to see if you'd noticed me, actually. You've got a good eye on you. Valessa, right?
Yeah, the Elder of Valinor. Pleased to meet you, Dominic, sir. Your friends have really talked you up.
And I'm Fortame, the scribe. We've heard a lot about you, actually.
All nonsense, I'm sure. And you must be the seer. It feels like I've been waiting forever to meet you. Honestly, the last little while has been so hectic. I almost can't believe this is happening. It's an honor to meet you, Seer. It truly is. And you're just as polite as I imagined. There's no need to be so formal. You're among friends. Anyway, shall we get going? We have quite a busy day ahead of us. Oh, just one more thing before we move along. You'll be on cleaning duty for the next month, Pro.
What? What did I do?
It's more about what you didn't do, and the answer to that is everything. I ended up sending Ulrich to pick up your slack. We can't afford to waste time anymore. I'm sure you had your reasons, but...
Yeah, and they were really good reasons. I couldn't just march into Valinor with a blade. I need to have some discretion. It took time.
Really, Pro? You know you can't just throw excuses at me. I know how this stuff works. You were lazy. I suppose it's my fault in the first place. I should have known better than to send you there. With a tavern in the way, your priorities would be clear. Anyway, we have some business with the mayor. Let's head to his house. I'll explain there. After that, I'll give you a tour of our HQ.
Plans with Gryz. Is it about the pirates?
I said I'd explain when we get there, Ulrich. We can't talk about this kind of stuff out in the open. Finish up whatever business you have, and we'll get going.
Seer, check this out! You know, when I climb trees, it's hard to get a grip. But with these, I can just stab them into the tree and hold on. I didn't know these existed. It would make things so much easier. You don't think that would hurt the trees, do you? Awesome! That's what I thought. I'll have to make money somehow, and save up. This will make climbing the Grand Tree a lot easier. And of course, there's no price on them. Probably so they can scam people too. I'll have to get Ulrich to figure this out. You know, these markets are pretty cool. What do you think about them, Seer? Just a bit crowded, though. And I did want to have some private time. Hey, follow me. I have an idea, Seer. See? Much better. I can actually hear myself think now. Let's grab a seat and relax. We deserve it. I wonder if it'll taste like I remember. It's only been around 20 years after all. Hey, let's share it. You should try some too. You know, I'm kind of scared to eat it. I'm worried it might not live up to my memories. Things don't usually work out that way. Why should this? Here goes nothing? Wow, you have got to try this, Seer. See? I told you! I can't believe I'm eating this again. I just wish my parents could be here. Thanks for sharing that with me, Seer. Actually, thanks for hanging out with me at all. I know there's so much to do. I'm really honored. Back to business, I guess? But mark my words, I'm gonna get that climbing gear. And a second set, too. I'll make an apprentice out of you yet.
Good call, Seer. No trip to Mazeo is complete without coming here. If it's time to relax for a bit, I'll just take a seat at the bar.
You just can't beat that smell. If you need me, I'll just be checking my mail. I've been in Valinor for a while. I'd hate to miss anything.
Taverns don't really do anything for me, Seer. I don't mean any offense by this, but I'll be waiting outside. That's not to rush your relaxation or anything. No, you deserve it.
Hey, Seer, come to join me? I can recommend a few drinks if you'd like. Do you want something strong or should we start weak? I guess we'll have to work our way up. Don't worry, you'll get to my level in no time. Wish you went for the stronger one? Trust me, I started out the same way. Sometimes you just need to dive in. Want another one? What are you in the mood for? Alright, one step at a time. Hold on, I'll get you something special. Okay, that one was easy. But like I said, one step at a time. The night is just getting started. I guess I'll stop messing with you for now. Truth is, I just wanted to see how much you could handle. It's a good test, nice judge of character, and you passed. You learn a lot about someone by how they hold their liquor. You're strong, at least. You have a strong will. I respect that. This is part of how they do things back in Alarenthia. I know I say I hate it, and I truly do, but some of its culture sticks with me. You left Valinor, so it'll likely be the same. Sorry for rambling on like that. If there's anything I hate, it's a one-sided conversation. Is there anything you want to ask me? Right now, I'm an open book. Honestly, there's not much more to say. I'm a man between two worlds, and it's complicated. It's hard to shake the habits of where we come from. Either way, I think I've had enough. I'm gonna buy a bottle to bring to my chambers. Feel free to join me if you want to share another drink. Hey now, watch your step. The ground here could do some real damage.
Oh, hey there. Well, you caught me. Just don't tell anybody else, all right? This is one of the best ways to get information. Oh? Are you trying to blackmail me? Honestly, I didn't think you were the type. I'm immediately more interested in you. But, to be honest, that won't work on me. I can play my way out of pretty much any situation. So do your worst, and I promise I'll adapt. It's amazing what some of these people get up to. The most innocent people could be involved in awful things. See, I can beat blackmail, but these people can't. It's a good way to line the rebellion's coffers. So later today, I'm gonna pay this guy a visit. It would seem a reputable business owner is up to no good. I think he'd lose some business if people found out he worked with pirates. If I got him to pay me off, I could feed the rebellion for months, Seer. Is everything okay? I'm not scaring you away, am I? This kind of stuff isn't for everybody. Now you're talking. This'll be my biggest score in months. I'll get it done tonight, and then celebrate in my room back at HQ. Feel free to pay me a visit. I'd be down for some quality time together. I mean, you still want to be friends, right? I hope all this danger doesn't scare you away. I'm not like this all the time. Trust me, Seer. Good, I'm glad. You caught me, so I had to come clean. Otherwise, I would have kept this stuff secret. Not many people know what I actually do. But if you pay attention, it's not too much of a stretch. It's just something I picked up from years on the streets. Maybe I'll tell you a bit more back at HQ. I'll use this big score to buy a bottle of wine. We can crack it open and get to know each other. I gotta admit, you're a bit different than I expected. That's surprising, since I'm usually a good judge of character. You'd make an interesting subject to write about, you know. Now I'm getting ahead of myself. I apologize. Let's just stick to the plan. Bottle of wine, Rebel HQ. I have a new target, so I should probably get going. There's not many people I can talk to about this kind of stuff. If I have to be honest, I'd say I'm kind of glad that you caught me. Next time we talk, it'll be your turn to spill some secrets. All right?
Alarinthia's civil conflict. Could the next tournament held in Alarinthia's Colosseum be the last? That's the hope of a new uprising run by a mysterious woman known only as Vivian. Wanting to change Alarinthia's form of government into something more modern, she hopes to bring peace and organization to the otherwise savage lands. While the current tribe leader of Alarinthia has always had the ability to change the rules, none have been interested in anything other than retaining their leadership and proving their strength in Alarinthia's deadly arena tournaments. If Vivian's forces were victorious, she would have the ability to completely rewrite the rules that govern Alarinthia. However, because she's approaching the upcoming tournament with brains rather than brawn, it would require a miracle to secure victory. Chances are, Alarinthia will likely remain under the grip of Draku's strength. However, Vivian's ideals are likely to live on. Perhaps one day things will change. A recent Mazean news article.
Wow, this place looks incredible. That town square was a little bit off. Not the best first impression, if you ask me.
It's a sign of wealth to live far away from the markets. Only those who work live near the town square. Once you've got it made, you move out here.
That is, of course, unless you're important to Mazeo. Gryz gets to live here free of charge for his services. That offer even extends to Lilith, his assistant.
You mean like our elder back in Valenorth?
Yeah, exactly, so make sure to be careful. In this district, pretty much everyone is royalty, or at least they expect to be treated that way.
Alright, thanks for the advice, Dominic.
To your right, Gryz's office. Sorry it took a while, but you know how it is. It'll be an even longer trek back to our new HQ.
It's time for you to tell us what's going on. I hate being left in the dark like this. You know that.
Of course. You know I'm a man of my word. I just didn't like talking about the stuff in the town square. Well, as you know, Mazeo is rampant with piracy. All of that chaos needs some sort of order, right? 2 pirates have risen to the challenge, Alex and Nada. Unifying all the pirates isn't an easy task, but they did it. They have established trade routes in the largest fleet in the world. We want to strike a deal with them and gain some ships. Easy, right? When we attack Balteus, we won't be able to hold back. Having enough ships to carry our massive army over is essential. And if we can get the pirates to fight with us, even better. Gryz made it clear that he wants to cut a deal. In order to win them over, we'll need to bend to their will. However, after learning that Alex and Nada have started to fight, now we have to choose who we side with. They both want different things, but they both offer ships. That's why we're here. I imagine they're waiting inside. The future of Mazeo is likely going to change. It's so exciting. I'll negotiate with them and Gryz will make any necessary decrees. I just want my favorite people present. So that's why you're all here. I trust there aren't any objections.
You sure upped the scale of our attack. I thought we just planned to steal a few ships, but now you want an entire fleet? What changed?
We need to give this our all if we're going to win. But remember, we have a world to reshape when we're done. Striking a deal with the pirates is something that needs to happen. I mean, we could wait until after the war, but if we do it now, we stand a better chance of winning. Plus, the people need to know that we're capable rulers too.
Fair enough. I concede.
Brilliant, Domek. Taking care of 10 problems with one move, as usual. I'm just glad that they get to see for themselves now.
Well, I guess it's time. I'm a little nervous, but I'll manage.
Man, things are sure busy around here. I hope we get to rest when we get to our HQ.
Come on, Fortum. It's interesting. We're watching history in the making here.
If it's history, then it'll be in a book. I just sleep and read it when I get up.
I've heard so much about you, Seer. It's a pleasure to finally meet you in person. I'm guessing that's the Blade of Exodus. You can take that cloak off in here, by the way. Everybody in this office knows what's going on. There's no need to hide around Gryz, or myself. Come back here with the rest of us, alright? I think they're almost ready to head upstairs.
Sorry, Lilith. Just lots to think about at the moment. I'm almost nervous to walk up there, if I'm honest.
There's no need to be nervous, Domek. It won't be any different from the last time you were here. Just a few added bodies, that's all. Not the end of the world.
I just don't want to make the wrong choice. There's a lot riding on this, Lilith.
Have you made the wrong choice in the past?
Well, I don't think so.
Then you'll be fine. Besides, Alex and Nada aren't too bad. They're both playing ball to get what they want. That means they'll have to be on their best behavior. So if being in the presence of pirates was a worry for...
Oh, no, that's not it at all. I'm more than happy to work with the pirates. You're right, though. I have a good track record. I guess that'll have to do. Are they ready?
Yeah, they're expecting all of you. It might be a bit crowded, but you'll manage.
Did you happen to overhear anything? You know, so I don't go in blind?
Unfortunately, no. They're being very discreet.
Oh well, worth a shot. I guess it's finally time to do this. Are you ready, everybody?
Gryz will give me a debriefing when you're done. I know you're busy, so after this, just go on your way. Lots to do and little time to do it, right? Hey, get away from there. Those papers aren't for your eyes. That's top secret. Only for the mayor.
The blurred lines of piracy. The pirates of Mazeo undertake the importing and exporting of illicit goods. Everything else is handled by the Mazeo Shipping Company, and there is little else that divides the two factions. They both have established trade routes, a large group of workers and clients all over Alestia. Many people see the pirates as harmless individuals, simply looking to make a living by seizing opportunities that others don't. The way that pirates are treated today is vastly different than before the Triumvirate's occupation of Mazeo. Was that intentional? We have to wonder if this was the Triumvirate's goal. When asked his opinion on this matter, the local pirate lord Alex had this to say. I find it hard to believe that a small piece of paper is all that stands in the way of me and my people living an honest life. We don't hurt anybody or put anyone in danger. The people of Mazeo are clinging to a legal decree that makes no sense. I'd like to see the trade bans lifted and me and my people introduced into society as honest workers. That is my dream, and I continue to fight for it. When asked for her opinion, Nada, the other pirate lord, refused to comment.
Hey, Lilith.
Yeah?
Is there a library in Mazeo? Like, a place to read up on the spirits? I have some stuff I'd like to look into.
Unfortunately, no. The Triumvirate seized all of that long ago. Rumor has it they've stuffed it all in Balteus.
You mean at the Grand Library?
Yeah, but I don't know for sure. It's just ancient rumors at this point.
Ancient?
There's a group of people that say so, yeah. They think life existed on Alestia before the Triumvirate. When they took over, they just stole any writing saying otherwise.
That's impossible.
Hey, I didn't say they were a smart group, but nobody's been to the Grand Library to see. The Triumvirate keeps such a tight grip on Balteus.
So they can't prove their theories, but at the same time, we can't disprove them.
Exactly. Unless you visit the Grand Library. You are going to Balteus, right?
That's the end goal, yeah.
Then maybe we'll find out soon. Whatever knowledge they have in there, we deserve to know. I'm sure Domic will open its doors to everybody after the war.
Who do you side with, Lilith?
What do you mean? Like, between Alex and Nada?
Yeah, the pirates. I was just curious, that's all.
Well, I don't know their demands. That would play a big part in my choice. But even then, it's not my place to decide.
Oh, I'm not asking you to decide. It's just a hypothetical question. Hey, take your time. It's not an easy decision after all.
Alex, hands down.
Or you could answer instantly. But why Alex? What makes him better?
He treats me with respect, that's what. Nada, on the other hand, well, that's a different story. The way I look at things, there's two types of people. Those that use others as stepping stones for success, and those that respect others, rising to the top together. Nada is the former, and Alex is the latter. She's ruthless. She's pretty much double-crossed everybody but Gryz. If that ever happens, trust me, I won't be surprised at all.
How do we know we can trust her then?
Well, her and Alex have the edge in negotiations. They have what we want, so they can demand anything. I have no doubt that Nada will try to gain power and influence. These are the things she'd usually stab others in the back for, but now she has an opportunity to get it just by helping Gryz.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. She's only in it to get what she wants.
Yeah, and Alex, on the other hand, I'm sure his demands will benefit more than him. That's just the type of guy he is, so I like him more.
All right. Thanks for the information.
No problem, little one.
Late, are you? Good to know your word is trustworthy. It's not like this is important or anything like that.
Actually, this meeting doesn't start until I arrive. So, Nada, you're actually early. Very obedient of you. A bit softer than your reputation cites, but I'll let it slide. Gryz, I'd like to introduce you to the seer.
It's an honor to meet you, seer. And those two must be your friends. Say, have you three been to Mazeo before? I can't put my finger on it, but you look familiar. Oh well, not that it matters anyway. I'd like to thank you all for coming to my office. Today we discuss the matter of Damek and the pirates.
What have you got for me, Gryz? Surely you have their demands laid out on the table.
Yes, of course. I made them write up their demands in private. I didn't want them influencing each other in any certain direction. Here's how this is going to work. Neither pirate knows which paper is theirs. Damek, you and your allies are to read each one. Afterwards, each pirate is to explain their demands out loud. This is to make sure they haven't gotten greedy or changed their mind. We also need some witnesses, which is why I had you bring some friends. At that point, Damek may converse with his allies. When a decision is made, we will both sign the chosen demands. To avoid any conflict, neither pirate will learn if they were chosen. When everybody leaves, the demands will be mailed back. The pirate that receives a signed paper today will know they were chosen. There is no time for drama or infighting on my property. Understand?
I understand.
Yeah, I understand.
Me too.
Seer, I'd like your input on this. You're no stranger to tough decisions, right? I'd like to see how you think about this kind of stuff. You must have had some reason to keep Peregrino, right? I'd like to see your process, for the lack of a better word.
You may begin the first phase. Remain silent, but read the papers over.
Well, I guess that's it then.
Indeed. We can move on to phase 2. Alex and Nada, it's your turn to step forward. Your verbal demands must match the papers.
My demands are quite simple, actually. All pirates will have their criminal records erased. Furthermore, the trade bans will be lifted from Mazeo. Pirates will be publicly pardoned and no longer ostracized. They will be offered jobs within the Mazeo shipping company. Our clients, our cargo, and our trade routes will all carry over as well. This will reintroduce us to society and legitimize all of our efforts. Mazeo will be free as it once was, and as it always should be. In exchange, I offer 35% of Mazeo's pirates and their ships.
I can offer the other 65%. I think that puts me a cut above Alex. I also want all criminal records expunged. However, my other demands are a bit more extreme. I want Mazeo divided in half. I want a new nation born. All pirates will be moved to this new nation under my lead. Mazeo will no longer be able to interfere with our work. I will determine where the nation is split in half. I want both residential and commercial land. We will be given everything we need to live happily. That is my demand. A new nation built for piracy.
Does that align with the demands on paper?
Yes, I believe it does. What was the next step again?
You may take some time to think. Talk with your allies, and then give me an answer.
Oh, right, sorry, my mind is all over the place. There's no need to think, I already have my answer.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, of course. This one was simple for me. Well, what about you? Who would you choose? Great minds think alike, I suppose. Good to know we have the same idea. Let's sign this one, Gryz. It's my final choice.
Nada, Alex, thank you both for your kind offers. I'll have these mailed back to you right away. You'll know within a few hours, I'm sure.
Sounds good to me.
This one's as good as mine.
You're all free to talk again, you know. We just didn't want Alex and Nada to know Domek's choice.
Well, Domek?
Who did you choose?
Oh, you'll find out soon enough. Sorry for this little detour, everybody. We can make our way back to HQ now. Though I think we should cut through the docks. It's crowded, but it will make for a nice shortcut. We're already running behind schedule.
I hope you got what you needed, Domek. Attacking Balteus will be no easy feat.
We'll be more than fine, Gryz. I trust you can handle things from here?
Of course, but there may be some contempt coming. Don't be surprised if Alex or Nada comes fuming to you.
Of course. Thank you so much, Gryz. We couldn't do this without you.
Don't worry about it. Just make sure I don't regret this. Crossing the Triumvirate is a bad idea.
You won't, I promise. If you'll excuse us, though, we need to go. I still have to give them the grand tour after all. All right, let's go. I'll make the announcement back at HQ. We have a new ally and a lot more power. We're going to do this. I know it.
Hey, Gryz?
Yes?
What's with that sheep around your neck?
Oh, you mean Lassiter?
I guess?
When I was younger, I used to be a shepherd. But that didn't last long before I served the triumvirate. They made me kill all my sheep before they accepted me.
What?
I guess it was to prove myself. You know, that I'd leave my old life behind. I did what they said, but I kept a souvenir.
Oh, I see.
It's always important to remember where you came from. Did you bring any souvenirs from Valenorth along with you?
Actually, no. Unless my clothes count.
Depends who you're asking.
But, you know, I'm not actually leaving Valenorth behind. We'll save it, and go back one day. I know it. That's one of our goals during this journey.
I see.
Hey, stick close to me. Wouldn't want to get lost, right? We're heading to that bridge up there.
Seriously? How much longer is this gonna be?
Oh, don't be so dramatic, Fortame. We'll be able to rest before you know it. Enjoy the journey. Mazeo is beautiful.
All right.
Hey, Domek! Where have you been? Feels like I haven't seen you in ages.
Grayson, it's so good to see you again. Don't worry, it's nothing personal. I'm just busy. We've been cooking up something really special.
Special, huh? Well, that's all you have to say. You know I've got your back in everything. Oh, an alliance? Beautiful. We'll be working together more then. And I must say, you made a fine decision, Domek. Gotta get back to the church, I'm guessing? Sorry about my crew. They're good at getting in the way. In fact, I'm not sure what else they're good for these days.
Can I help you with something?
Oh, sorry, not at all. He just looks familiar, that's all. Like some pirates Nada used to work with.
Familiar? Gryz said the same thing, actually. Just one of those faces, I guess.
Not just any faces, mind you. I was taken aback because you looked like legends. A few infamous pirates from back in the day, you know?
Pirates? No relation, I assure you.
Yeah, just a small world.
It's always good to have friends in high places. That was Grayson. We go way back. He's a great ally and he'll have our back no matter what. I doubt he cares whether we sided with Alex or Nada. Well then, on we go? Well, you sure seem a lot happier. Back on the boat, all you did was mope around.
Seasickness, I suppose. As old as I am, I've never really gotten used to it.
You can't be too much older than me.
Right. Sorry.
Besides, I think I know what's going on. You realize something about the Triumvirate.
Yes, I did. I see through the trick now. It was a good idea, I'll give them that.
Trick?
Yes, to put my loyalty to the test. There's no way what they told me was true. They merely want to see if I'll waver.
I see.
That's why they wouldn't tell you either. This was a test, meant only for me.
So, what happens now that you've passed?
I guess I'll find out once we return. I'm just glad that I can focus on the mission now.
Right, I'm glad too, I suppose. On the boat, you were in no condition to perform. Master?
Oh, sorry. Just a lot on my mind.
Oh, we're not lost, are we?
No, not at all.
Bit of a workout, isn't it? Hopefully the trek was worth it. So, what do you think of our home?
Whoa, this place is crazy. I've never seen anything like it before.
Yeah, it sure stands out, doesn't it? Don't worry, that works to our advantage. When hiding, I find the most obvious spot is the best.
I guess they'd never expect their own church. But here's a question. Why are there only 2 statues? It's the Triumvirate, right? Shouldn't there be 3?
I don't know, actually. It's a bit odd when you think about it. Maybe they didn't have enough space? I trust you're ready for the grand tour?
Yeah, I can't wait to see.
I'm game. Let's do this.
After you, of course. It would be rude to do this any other way. An esteemed guest of ours should always be first.
Gryz, sir. The papers have been sent back out. Alex and Nada should know momentarily.
Thank you, Lilith. I couldn't do this without you.
You give me too much credit. I'm just a glorified paper pusher. You do all the heavy lifting, you know.
And it's starting to weigh down on me. Lilith, can we talk off the record for a moment?
Of course, sir. Anytime you'd like.
It's about the occupation. As you know, I was involved with it.
Yeah, but that was ages ago. It's all in the past. You're a better man now.
That's the funny thing about the past, Lilith. It always has its way of catching up with you.
What do you mean?
Honestly, I wouldn't know where to start. But recently, Damek agreed to work with me. I wanted exclusive access to Mazeo's spirit idol.
You lost me.
I want to atone for what I've done, Lilith. So many spirits trapped in those suits of armor. An eternity of mindless servitude to the Triumvirate.
And you can fix that with the spirit idol?
I hope so. Part of me always had some doubt, but today, I realize that this is my destiny. I can't doubt it or hide from it any longer.
Destiny? I'm not sure I buy into that stuff. I'd rather call the shots myself, you know?
Well, maybe purpose is a better word. At the end of the day, this is still my choice. But I wasn't certain until today. I saw something.
What did you see?
Back during the occupation, I killed so many innocent people, made orphans out of so many children. I've been facing that for the last 20 years, but today was the first time I faced it in person. It's the seer and those 2 companions he had with them.
You mean Valessa and Fortem?
Yes, Lilith, all 3 of them. I couldn't put my finger on why they looked familiar, but I just realized it, and I know I need to take action. Spitting images of people I killed during the occupation, I have no doubt in my mind that their parents died by my hand. I played a part in condemning them, forcing them into this war. And now, I must play my part in ending it. I'm going to those tunnels, right now.
Not much time for Triumvirate worship these days. This is the spirit idol of Mazeo, or so we thought until recently. We assumed it was dim and dying, you know, like the idol back in Valenorth. But that's not the case at all. We were shocked. The reason it's dim is because it's receiving power. However, the source of the power is deep underground. That's what the Triumvirate has been digging for. The entire reason for their occupation. And now, it's in the hands of the rebellion. First their sword, now the idol they sought. It would seem the tables are turning. Feel free to rest for a few minutes. There's still a bit of a walk ahead.
Seriously? More walking? When are we gonna get to rest?
Trust me, you'll get plenty of time to rest. Just take a breather before we continue. This door will lead us to the tunnel, Seer. It's the final stretch, I can promise you that. Whenever you're ready, let's head on down.
What gives? This isn't the way to Valenorth. But I guess you do like going backwards.
Oh, we'll get there yet. I just have some business to tend to. Shane, can I talk to you alone for a moment? Look, something important has come up. You're aware of our moles within the rebellion, right?
Alleged moles.
Yes. Well, I found this at our drop point. I think it's something you'll be interested in.
It's a letter written by Damek. Why is this important?
Just read it, Shane. It's from Damek to Valenorth's Elder. It seems your capture was just part of his plan.
What? He wanted me to get captured? Look at this. It says he hates me.
I'm sorry you had to find out this way, but your mission was only a cover. He wanted to kill you off, Shane.
That's not true. I refuse to believe this. I know Dominic. He wouldn't do this to me.
Are you sure about that? It makes sense when you think about it. He sent you there to gain intel, right?
Yeah.
He already had all the intel he needed. That was the purpose of the Exodus raid. They mapped out our entire castle, Shane. What intel is there left for you to gather? None. Dominic just wanted you out of the way.
No.
We were merciful enough to give you a chance, Shane. We could have killed you, but we still found value in your life. I think that's way more than anything Dominic can say.
It really does look like his handwriting.
I have no reason to lie to you, Shane. I know what it's like to have your world torn apart. It seems like all hope is lost, doesn't it?
What should I do?
You were planning to run away, weren't you? Maybe you thought you could lose us in the crowd? It's a good idea, but there's no home left for you there.
Why did you wait until now to show me?
Because I have a favor to ask of you, Shane. And remember, I would never abandon you. I've had every opportunity to kill you.
A favor?
Don't worry, I'll still let you visit Dominic and the rebels. It's just, I have something different in mind for you. A chance to pay him back, if you'd be so inclined.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Wow, it's so dark. I can't even see where I'm going.
Just give it a few minutes. Your eyes will adjust. I remember my first time down here. I was terrified. The torches only help so much. We put a majority of them in our actual HQ. Basically, we only have them down here to... Everyone quiet. Backs against the wall. Now!
What was that?
The Triumvirate's honor guard. They're the ones that built this underground complex. We find it best not to interfere with their efforts in any way.
Why is that?
They're almost like caretakers, so we let them be. All we know for sure is that they're disobeying their masters.
Really?
Yeah, at least that's what it seems like. Rather than search for the idol, they built a utopia. I think that was the choice of the spirits inside them.
Spirits?
Yeah. They were created by the Blade of Exodus. The spirits inside are victims of their vicious occupation.
Right. Then it's just like the seer said. Wait, victims of the occupation?
Yeah, it's sad, really. They want to live again, so they built a home. Sorry about that, everybody. Those things are brittle and weak. If we so much as bump them, they fall apart.
Wait, really?
Yeah, there's nothing inside. They're controlled purely by spiritual energy. They were strong at first, but they're weak now. It's almost like it degraded over time. Who knows, maybe we can even power them with that blade. A bit of irony, right? Use their own forces against them.
This is all so complicated.
Yeah, and I'll admit that even I don't know everything, but we won't get to that point if we don't keep moving. So, shall we? What's on my mind? Oh, it's nothing too major. Say, can you keep a secret? Oh, wonderful. It's nice to have someone to talk to. About that suit of armor earlier, I think I scared everybody with my caution. Between you and I, that was a bit of an exaggeration. Like I said, those things are brittle and weak. I just didn't want anybody to knock them over, you know. If we kill one of them, what happens to the spirits inside? I want to find a way to free those spirits trapped inside. Something tells me that killing them won't accomplish that. This is the sole reason why I tell everybody to leave them alone. Oh, they're harmless. They mind their own business. It's my belief that we should give them the same courtesy. That is, at least until we find a way to give them more freedom. Though they don't serve the Triumvirate, they're still trapped. Nobody should be forced into a position like that. They're just like us. Spirits of family and friends. Spirits of innocent occupation victims. Sorry for rambling on. I think I'm just trying to defend myself. Last week I accidentally bumped into one. It crumbled and fell to the ground. I felt absolutely awful. It's like I killed them. Who knows how many spirits were inside that one suit? I mean, in this war, I have to draw blood. I have to kill. But normally I reserve that punishment for our enemies. We're talking about the spirits of long-lost family here, Seer. I feel like I did something wrong. I almost feel like I'm a murderer, you know? It's odd how blurred those lines can be in war. Kill the enemy leader, you're nothing short of a hero. But kill a citizen going about their business, you're a monster. Maybe at the end of the day, that's what we are. Monsters. Maybe once this is all over, I'll believe that. I guess there's one big difference between us and them. When we rule the world, we'll stop killing. That's not us. Everybody expects me to lead us to victory. They call me a master strategist and shower me with praise. But at the end of the day, I'm just following in his footsteps. Salus was the master strategist, I just worked under him. They say I fill his shoes quite well, but I don't think that's true. I think they need something to believe in. They need hope. They pushed that need for hope onto me, and I became that hope. Honestly, I think I'm more of a symbol than anything else. I'm sure you know what I mean. You're the seer. You had this role thrust upon you whether you wanted it or not. It's kind of the same for me. I'm the general. I had no say in the matter. This pressure and all those expectations, I'm afraid I might break. Do you have any advice? You don't think that would make them doubt? their mighty leader full of stress and worry. I only told you because I thought you could relate. But I guess honesty is the best solution. Maybe I should lower their expectations a bit, yeah? I'm just Dormek. I'm not some invincible symbol of hope. I guess there's not much more we can do, huh? Perhaps we'll have some more time to talk later on. My doors are always open to you, Seer. I promise. Home sweet home. I'd like to welcome you all to our new HQ. It took some coercing with the mayor, but it's ours.
Wow, this place is incredible. And the honor guard built all of it?
Essentially, yeah. With a few finishing touches by ourselves, this is what they've been working on for 20 years.
That's crazy. All of those weapons, too. It's almost like they made it just for us.
We can dream, but I doubt it. Hey, Ulrich, Pro, can you show them around?
Sure.
You got it, boss.
Well, what do you think? This is it. This is our home. I know, right? I thought the same thing. It's incredible that they made this. Well, time to start the grand tour. Let's see, where should we go first? Ah, of course, the library and the barracks. The library is great for studying, and the barracks, that's for socializing. You'll definitely want to meet your new allies. So, let's start with those. After that, we can go to your personal quarters. That's right, all of you are getting your own rooms. Terribly sorry about the mess. It was impolite of me to leave it this way. Well, there's not much to say about the library. As the dust would show, it doesn't get much use. But you'll find books here on pretty much everything. It's a great place to brush up on stuff you might be rusty on. It has a decent collection too. If it's out there, it's probably in here. Feel free to use it at your leisure. It's quite peaceful. Well, this is basically our training room. It's a great place to socialize as well. I'd consider it our main hub, actually. If you can't find a comrade, they're probably in here. There's a bunch of seats at the back for when we eat meals. I guess that makes it a bit of a cafeteria too, doesn't it? Anyway, there's not much more to say. Make use of this room at your leisure. I'll meet you back outside when you're ready. Well, that about ends the tour. After this, it's just the crew quarters and the war table. I imagine this is where you'll spend most of your spare time. This room belonged to Shane. He was dear to me. I sent him on a dangerous mission to the Triumvirate's castle. He's been gone for a while, but I know he'll be back. I can feel it. So try not to get too comfortable, alright? This is just where you'll stay in the meantime. I wouldn't want Shane to think I forgot about him. You deserve a lot of rest, at least for today. Just follow me for a little bit longer. We're almost done. I'll show you where your comrades are staying. Thanks for being so accommodating. I'll meet you outside, Seer.
Shane's journal. Domek has tasked me with something risky, but I know I can pull it off. I'd never let him down, and I truly owe him my life. He wants me to get caught on purpose. I know, it sounds stupid, but if I can get behind enemy lines, my insight could be invaluable. We know a lot about their castle, but we still know next to nothing about the Triumvirate themselves, let alone the forces of the Inquisition. This is my chance to expose them. So many questions, finally answered. I'll have to brush up on my acting and make it look like I'm actually getting caught. That'll require some planning, but I'll make sure that it seems natural. They'll likely starve me, or torture me, or worse. But I'll endure it. It's nothing new to me. I've endured it all in the past before Domek saved me and took me in. I'll survive it again for our cause, and for him. All for him. Shane.
That door right there leads to the war table. That's the end of this tour. It's where things start. I'll go over our battle plan and give you an itinerary. Your training will commence tomorrow. I can't believe this is finally happening. It almost feels like a dream, you know. Well, these doors on the side lead you to your comrades' rooms. Valessa and Fortame have been given personal rooms just like you. My quarters are here as well if you'd like to come spend time with me. I'm going to make a quick stop in my room, actually. After that, I'll meet you at the war table, alright? Take some time to unwind. You really deserve it. It's been a pleasure, Seer.
Oh, hey, Seer. I was just thinking about stuff. So much has happened since we got here. I'm still trying to find a way to save Valinor. I found a few books, but nothing too promising. In fact, some scholars doubt that the idol even helps. They say it's just a superstition or something. But how else do you explain East Crown? Such a harsh and sudden climate change. And how would you explain Elorinthia, for that matter? Was it destined to always be an arid wasteland? The spirits must have something to do with it. But there's a part of me that hopes they're right. If the spirits weren't keeping us warm, then we're fine. Nothing bad will happen to Valinor at all, right? I can't believe I'd say something like that. All my life, I've been raised to believe in the spirits, but now the best thing to do is throw that belief away? It's been over 20 years since the idol went dark. I can't say that I've seen Valinor get any colder. There's more to this. There has to be. If they don't protect the land, then what does an idol do? They need to have some sort of purpose, right? All of that energy packed in one small thing. Anyway, I need to study more. I'll get back to you on that in the future. This HQ is a pretty nice place, huh? I'm surprised that those suits of armor built this. Look, there's a bed here. Why would they need that? Dominic says they want to live again, but there must be more to it than that. It's so intricate and clearly built for an army. I really think they wanted to help us out. That's why they built this place the way it is. They must have known what was going to happen. But that also means they're defying the triumvirate. What if we could use their own honor guard against them? Though, to be honest, I still feel a bit hesitant using that term. After what they've done to us, there's no honor left to protect. They've condemned the souls of so many victims to servitude. I guess it was only a matter of time before they rebelled too. Look at me. All business as usual. Maybe people are right. Maybe I need to unwind. Life can't be any fun if you never take a break, right? Together? Yeah, I can do that. I wouldn't know where to start. There's so much on my to-do list. I guess I should start from the top, huh? Fortune has been bugging me about this for a while. I guess a drink or two will do plenty to help me unwind. Want to keep me company? It's better than staying alone. Shouldn't we have a toast or something? I mean, we're supposed to drink for a cause, right? I'm new to this, so I'll let you do the honors here. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Oh, hey there! I was just studying. Valessa gave me lots of notes about being a scribe. Not that I don't know all of it, it's just nice to brush up. Though I'm worried that sword will put me out of business. Visions while you're awake? You'll always know they're visions. Kinda puts my ability to tip you off in the garbage, doesn't it? But you won't have that sword forever. Until then, I study. Honestly, I can't wait for things to get back to normal. I miss my house, and all the little things like that. You take them for granted, and then they're gone. I just hope Valessa finds a way to save Valenorth. She seems to be taking this elder business seriously. But I wouldn't have it any other way. The elder needs to be serious all the time. Being in charge of a nation, that's incredible. She might just be our youngest elder ever. I think that's pretty cool. We're all making history. I'm the first scribe to ever operate outside Valenorth. Anyway. We have something important to talk about. I spoke to Pro, and he gave me some spending money. So next time I get the chance, I'm buying that climbing gear. And I expect you to become my apprentice, Seer. I'll show you the ropes, and then we'll climb the Grand Tree. Hopefully we have time for one last trip before the final battle. If you get good enough, then we can get competitive. It'd be nice to have a rival. Gives me the drive to improve. I need that extra push if I'm gonna make it to the top. I just haven't had much time to practice my climbing. I hope I'm not rusty when the time comes. That'd suck. Climbing the Grand Tree has always been my life's goal. The first time I attempt it, I want to make sure I succeed. And they say the best way to learn is to teach somebody else. So you better prepare for some rigorous training. We're doing this. Oh, sorry. My mind is all over the place. Thanks for coming to visit me, Seer. It means a lot. It really does. I guess you better head back to Dominic. Isn't he waiting for you in the war room or something? At least, that's what I heard. He sure loves to work. there's one more thing I wanted to ask you. I just forgot. Or maybe I was too embarrassed. Remember what Dominic said about the Honor Guard? They're powered by the spirits of occupation victims. I know Valessa was thinking the same thing. About our parents. Do you think they're still alive? Down here? Trapped in that armor? Understandable. You're on the fence. It's something we can talk about more as a group. Valessa believes they're trapped in there. I know it. I saw it in her face. Back in the tunnels. And to be honest, I feel the same way as her. We can free them. I just have no idea how. Maybe it has something to do with that sword of yours. I should probably get back to my studies, though. Either way, I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Who's there? Sorry, you never know when someone might attack. I don't normally doze off too much, for that reason alone. It's nice to see you, though. I had a good time at the tavern. Dominic said to relax, so that's what I'm doing. I've known him for years, and he's never said that. I'm surprised he's not celebrating his new pirate treaty. Even if he tells us to relax, I doubt that he's doing it. He's probably already waiting for you in the war room. Don't worry, I'll try not to keep you here for too long. I've been saving this for a special occasion, and trust me, Dominic giving me the night off is really special. I don't remember the last time I could just sit back and relax. Alorinthian wine. It's quite delicious. I'd say it's the best thing to come from that horrible place. It tastes like juice, but trust me, it sneaks up on you later. Shall we? Wow, that certainly took me back. I haven't had a drinking buddy like you in a long time. People these days seem to forget about the finer things in life. Dominic is always saying, train, train, train. I don't even know if he's capable of taking it easy. At least Salas knew how to balance work and fun. I guess I shouldn't bore you with that kind of talk. Your time is valuable and you're choosing to spend it with me. Some host I'd be if I sat here and wasted that time of yours. I guess that's all I had. Too bad. The night is still young. Drinking buddies with no drinks? This is a first. What now? More about me? So you want me to bore you, huh? Well, I'm probably older than you think, but I prefer to use the term experienced. I've seen a lot of combat in my numerous years. You kind of grow up alongside battle in Alarinthia. The culture there is so steeped in war it's impossible to avoid. When you come of age, you should already be an expert in combat. I was, but I chose to leave Alarinthia behind as soon as I could. My parents wanted me to stay, but I think they wanted it for them. I came to the mainland because I knew it would be the best for me. You need to look out for yourself. Don't let others sway your opinion. At least, that's what I told myself. I justified breaking my parents' hearts. I can't make it up to them either. They've been gone for ages. They were part of a movement that wanted to change Alarinthia. Things would be better in the hands of the wise, not the strong. An admirable view, unless you were surrounded by the strong. And surrounded they were. They were killed for their beliefs. That's why I hate Alarinthia more than anything. And the way it's run. I told myself I'd come to the mainland and practice my swordplay. I'd only ever return when I was strong enough to win. If I could become the ruler of Alarinthia, I would change their laws. Every leader has that ability, but they only care about their own power. It's always a battle of the strong against the wise. I wanted to go back to that land, both strong and wise. A ruler with a different outlook? He could change everything. It's just the alcohol talking right now, by the way. The childish dream of a young man. That's all it was. This world offers no quarter to men blind on ambition. And so we offer no quarter in return. This war, it's already taken so much from us. I find myself asking, how much more will it take? Hopefully, not too much.
I knew you'd come sooner or later. Good thing the wine didn't get too warm. Have a seat. This is some good vintage stuff. At least that's what the guy told me. I just asked for their most expensive wine. That job from before, I made more than I thought. I asked myself what I should do with all of it. I mean, there was a ton to spare even after buying food. All I could think of was share a drink with my new friend. So, here we are. Hopefully it's something you enjoy. I'd hate to buy you a treat you didn't like. Of course I didn't. It's a gift. Kinda loses its meaning if I have to do it. I wanted to get things off to a better start, you know? Last time we hung out, I didn't really get the chance. I was worried I'd scare you away when you found out what I do. It's dirty work, but it helps us survive. Somebody has to do it, right? There's a big difference between me and a regular swindler, though. I do it because we need to survive. They do it for fun and riches. After the war is over, I won't need to do this stuff anymore. Trust me, I long for that day to come. I want to just kick back and work on my writing. Right now, I only have time for this kind of stuff. Organized blackmail, pretty much. That guy I mentioned last time, I was able to bribe him. He gave us tons of money to hide his growing misconduct. Of course, that makes it sound so bad, but you always need to get everything in writing. So we found a better way to word it. Listen to this. I offer Pro this sum of money in exchange for discretion. See? Doesn't sound too much like shady business, does it? Information is a huge market, and so is stopping the flow of it. Everyone is so caught up on doing stuff to make money, and here I am able to make it all by staying my hand. You just need to think outside the box a bit, seer. Anyway, enough about that. We should talk about the important stuff. How are you enjoying the new HQ so far? Yeah, I thought the same thing. Although I really hesitate to call it new. We've basically lived here before getting the deed. It was more of a formality than anything. Anyway, that's not really important. I'm glad that you like it. We're stuck here. Honestly, I'm having a really great time. It's not often I get to put everything on pause, but right now, I don't have a care in the world. If we have more time, want to do this again? I mean, time might be pretty scarce in the future, but what little time I have, I'd totally spend with you. Right, that settles it then. I'm glad we were able to push past that awkward stage. You know, the whole, hey, I'm a swindler part of this. I promise it'll be good times and wine from here on out. Though I still think you should be my workout partner. Next time, maybe I'll challenge you to a little race. I guess this is it then? For now, of course. It's getting late. You shouldn't keep Dominic waiting too long. As much as I hate to cut this short, I mean, it's nice to just push aside all responsibilities. Let's make a habit of it. It'll be like a ritual of ours. Thank you, Seer.
Oh, hey there. Just keeping up my habit of not being receptive, I suppose. If I knew you'd be here so fast, I would have put out some food. I trust our HQ is to your satisfaction. Hopefully the rebels have been treating you with respect. That blade strap to your back pretty much gives you away. Let me know if anybody acts out of turn. I won't hesitate to put them in their place, you know. You're our honored guest and should be treated as such. I appreciate it. It's hard to keep tabs on everything nowadays. I'm trying my best, but so much slips through my grasp. Care to join me? I wouldn't mind getting to know you a little better. You're more than just a seer after all. It's rude of us to treat you like some sort of symbol. I know some of my troops do that to me since I'm the general, but there's more beneath the surface. So much more. The occupation. We all lost something special that day. But some of us lost far more than others. What an unlucky day to be in Mazeo, huh? Your parents could have easily avoided that mess. Mine, however, well, not so much. It's complicated. I don't remember what my parents did exactly. I think they owned some sort of tavern or restaurant. It's odd how I remember little else but the chaos. I wouldn't normally tell anybody this, but you're special. Oh, not really special, but you caught me holding on to it. This brooch, it used to belong to my mother. She loved it. I made sure to retrieve it from her body after the occupation. I remember the piles of bodies, hundreds of them lining the town square. The days after the occupation were horrid. Corpses as far as the eye could see. Luckily, I knew exactly where they kept my mother's body, so I went straight to it. How did I know? Well, maybe I'll tell you another time. Just know that this brooch means more to me than anything else. When I hold on to it, it takes me back to simpler times, you know? I don't tell anybody because they need me to be strong. You can't win a war with sentiment after all. I have a certain image to maintain. But I feel I can be myself around you. You have the same burden, the same appearance to keep up. When we're together, I just feel like I can be myself. Good, then it's settled. We'll make sure to do this again. There's plenty more to talk about. And sorry for venting about the occupation. It's not exactly the most cheery subject, right? Just felt right to open up to you some more. Let's meet in the war room whenever you're ready, Seer. This might be your last resting day for a while, so spend it wisely. I'm glad you came, Seer. So tomorrow we'll begin your training with the Blade of Exodus. But in addition to that, we'll have to train you in swordplay as well. I'll see if I can find someone left-handed to train you. It should work. We think that the more you use it, the more you'll tolerate it. If you're like me, you got overwhelmed the moment you touched it. It's about adapting. Slow exposure will help you become stronger. But we're also in a rush, so I've worked out a schedule for you. It balances both exposure therapy as well as combat training. There's a bit of free time in there too. You'll be needing it. Now, there's one more thing. The spirit idol we discovered is right down there. It's a bit of a walk, so I'll have to show it to you later. It's also where I chose to bury Salus, our former leader. I guess I can be sentimental when it comes to that stuff. It just seemed like the right thing to do, you know? Now, let's go over your...
Dominic, come quick!
Pro, what's going on? I'm in the middle of a meeting here.
The meeting can wait, Dominic, please! Gryz is here and he's causing a commotion!
What? Alright, let's go. We should probably talk to him, Seer. I'm pretty sure I know what he's after.
Stand down, Gryz.
I only want to see Dominic. We had a deal and it's his turn to deliver. Don't forget, I'm the only reason you're down here. Please, Ulrich, stand aside. Insubordination isn't your style. Good. Now, Domek, it's time. Unless anybody else wants to challenge me.
Now, Gryz, let's remain calm. I fully intend to hold up my end of the bargain. There was just some important business to take care of.
Yeah, I know. But all the pieces are in place, Domek. Will you please take me to see it?
I suppose I can rearrange my schedule a bit. Sorry if it appeared like I was going back on my word.
I'll accept that apology when you take me to the idol. I'm sure you understand. I'm past the point of buying time. And make sure you bring that new friend of yours as well.
Very well. Shane? Shane, you're back!
Domek.
Shane, I can't believe this! I was so worried we lost you! Did they hurt you? Are you okay? Do you need anything? Pro, go grab some water, quick!
No, Domek, I'm fine. Don't worry about it, Pro. I'm sorry, Domek.
For what? Oh, don't be silly, Shane. I'm the one who should be apologizing here. It was foolish of me to send you into danger like that. Shane?
Shane, what have you done?
Sovy, now!
Sometimes I wish it wouldn't be so easy. Look, Halen, even the suits of armor are still alive. All the time in the world, and they didn't even act.
Pitiful.
Leave.
Or else, what?
I'll kill you.
So dramatic, Ulrich. You've certainly grown. Where was that bravado 500 years ago?
You're outnumbered. Don't test me. If Domek dies, we'll find another leader. You've done no real damage to us, Sovy.
Is that so?
Seer, come with me. Let the rebels keep the enemy occupied. I have an idea, but you need to do what I say.
Oh no!
Ulrich, what's going on?
I don't hide behind a sword like you and your seer. Now tell me, Ulrich, how does it feel to lose to me? To see everything around you crumble and fall? Perhaps now you regret changing sides.
Never. This isn't over, Sovy. Stand back, both of you.
You thought you had everything under control. Abandon Valenorth, gather your forces, and attack Balteus. It would work if we didn't have you in our grip the entire time. All we wanted was to destroy Mazeo's spirit idol, Ulrich, the final idol in all of Alestia. The sickness almost cured. I know what you're thinking, though. The vision of Valenorth? The seer saw only what the triumvirate wanted him to see. A trick to lure every single one of you down here. It worked! And after I kill you, the seer's life and that blade will be mine. May the triumvirate reign eternal. I'd ask if you had any last words, but you don't deserve this satisfaction.
Not so fast! Alex, do it now! Where's everybody else? Valessa? Fortim, the seer?
It's too late.
It's never too late! Come on, let's take them down! They won't get away with this! They can't!
There were some supplies back in the crew quarters. I was able to treat your wound. No vital areas were harmed. It's almost like he did that on purpose. Unless you got really lucky. But he wasn't lucky. I'm sorry, Seer. He's gone. But we can still fix this. This is what I've been wanting all along. A chance to tap into that idol's power. Please, let me take your blade. This is the deal I made with Domek, to free the spirits from those suits of armor. Please, seer. There isn't much time. 20 years ago, I led the occupation with Sovy. The people I killed, they're trapped in those suits of armor. If you give me the blade, I can use the power of that idol. I'll release those spirits. I'll give them the freedom they deserve. I need to do this. It's the only way I can make up for what I did. And without the honor guard, this battle is won. Your allies can easily fight against Sovy and his men. There's still a chance to win here. We need to take it. I know why I recognized you and your friends back at my office. During the occupation, there were people that looked just like you. I was just following orders. Trust me, I regret what I did. All of it. Your parents, they were in Mazeo during the occupation, right? It's more than coincidence. This must be happening for a reason. They aren't dead, Seer. They're trapped in those suits of armor. Sent there by me. Let me free them, Seer. It's what they would want. It's what they all want. Here, I've got you. I stopped serving the Triumvirate the moment I got the chance. Being forced to live in those suits, forced to wear their colors. Nobody should have to suffer such a fate. We can fix this. I picked up some information when I served the Triumvirate. That blade has the ability to bend its power to your will. It all depends on what the wielder wants it to do. They want power, and so it gives them an army. We want freedom, and so that's what we'll have. Please, Seer, let me do this. It's all I ask. I know it will kill me, but I've come to terms with that. It's a fitting punishment, considering what I've done. Please. Very well.
No! What have you done? There's so much you don't know. There's no one here to save you, Seer. Your life is mine, and the rebellion is no more. May the triumvirate reign eternal. So it is true. The spirit realm is... Remember my mercy, Seer. Next time, you won't be so lucky.
Another one down. Come on, Auric, pick up the pace. If you lose this, you'll never hear the end of it.
Oh, we're keeping count. Then I think Alex and his crew are winning. But at least now we know who Damek chose.
Where's Sovy?
I think he's gone to the idol.
Then that means... It does! Shane, retreat!
But Sovy...
He'll catch up later. Let's not do anything stupid.
What should we do? Should we chase after them, Ulrich?
No, let them go. We can't risk being led into another trap. They hit us too hard. We need to mitigate the damage.
We're a team now. We're here to help. If there's anything you need us to do, just say it. We owe Damek everything. He changed Mazeo's future.
Thank you, Alex. I have a feeling there's a lot of work to do. But before that, let's take care of the honor guard.
Roger that.
What's going on?
It must have something to do with the idol.
But they said Sovy was down there.
I think I saw Gryz carry Damek and the seer down there. Sovy wouldn't want this to happen. So that means
They're still alive!
they must be. Come on, let's go. Alex, man the tunnels.
You got it.
Wait! Hold on! Bro, look! What happened? How did you survive that?
He was totally convinced that you died. I can't believe your luck. I'm surprised.
I thought they were going to kill us, but they didn't. I don't really know what happened.
They didn't attack us. They pushed us to the ground. It's almost like they wanted us to stay out of harm's way.
Yeah, we wouldn't have stood a chance in combat. I don't know why they wanted to help, but they did.
I think I know. Never mind. Where's the seer? Ulrich, take us to see him.
Right, of course. They must be by the spirit idol. Damek too, it's not that far. Follow me.
Mom? Dad? Thank you.
Gaze into the abyss after a lifelong journey and plead. Beg for the answer to your most undying question. And tell me, what would frighten you most? Being left in silence or hearing an answer? The pursuit of an answer is more defining than the answer itself. For no truth can compare to the truth we've conjured in our head. Hearing an answer may rob us of purpose. We prefer silence. But sometimes, the silence can be maddening. We can convince ourselves that purpose is not important, self-destructive. Purpose breeds strength and victory. We desire victory. We need no name. A name defines an individual. We are many, and therefore cannot be defined. This body is merely a tool. It bends to our will. We know how confused you are. It's always the same. Come with me. there's still much we need to do. Domic, right? That's the name of your leader? You said that name in your sleep. You called out to him, but only we responded. He lives. We took care of that while you slept. We will tell you both. There is much to discuss. With the exit cut off, we have sufficient time. A funny concept time. Perhaps another day. He should have been awake by now. His wounds were grievous. He was saved. We were limited, but we did what we could. Rise.
Sailors? Am I dead? What's going on? Sailors? How are you alive? How am I alive?
Salus, the name of this vessel. He no longer lives. Do not use this name. As we said before, no name is required. We simply exist.
Please explain. I don't understand.
You will have a seat. You may be satisfied. Nor perhaps not. We have some answers, but not all of them. Trapped, as always. Do you trust your comrades? We think they are your only hope.
If they survived...
Yes. You will ask, and we may answer.
Who are you?
The idol is no more. Its energy was released. It may still glow, but it will soon go dim. Lifeless. Energy must be stored somewhere. Less wasteful. Much of it went into that sword you carry. Some of it was used to heal your wounds. The rest? Well, we found a vessel to use.
A vessel?
This body expired long ago. It offered no resistance and no identity. We thought it would be fitting. We desired a voice.
Who is we?
We are what you call the spirit realm. Until now, our power was stored only in objects. That, and vessels which had their own voice. Like you.
So, let me get this straight. The power released from the idol healed us, and it took over Salus's body so it could talk.
Correct.
So, I'm talking to the spirit realm right now.
A portion. The rest resides in his body and the sword. However, the spirit realm is just a term you created to define us. We are more than that, and we finally have a voice in your world.
Are you peaceful?
That is a relative term.
Are you going to hurt us?
No.
What is your purpose?
An impossible question. Do you know your purpose?
No, I guess not.
We only wish to aid you. Please do not question. It would please us greatly to see the triumvirate fall. We are their victims, just as much as you are, Domic.
Victims?
You do not know the truth of what we are. It is understandable, because we could never tell, using this voice,
we wish to make our suffering known. And using this body, we wish to enact our vengeance. If this is acceptable, we will join you after rescue. If rescue comes, that is. Until then, we talk.
Of course, but you need to explain. What is the truth of the spirit realm? Were we so wrong that you needed a voice?
We do not blame you for your interpretation. Given your situation, it made perfect sense. But yes, you were wrong. Very wrong.
They must be down with the idol.
Can we even get down there?
Go back to the crew quarters, Fortin. You too, Valessa. Bring us some equipment. We should be able to reach them if we dig.
Of course. What should we look for?
Pickaxes, shovels, stuff like that. Anything to help us get through that rubble.
Right.
Hey, are you sure you don't want to join them? Shouldn't they have some sort of protection?
No, everything will be fine. Alex and his forces are on guard. Nobody else will be coming or going.
Then what about Sovy? Do you think he's down there?
No, he's probably long gone.
But I didn't see him run off anywhere. We were all in the tunnels, weren't we?
That's the point, Pro. You don't see a man like him. He comes and goes as he pleases.
Oh, okay. What should we do while we wait? Are you sure you don't want me to help them?
I'm certain. We need to talk, Pro.
About what?
Let's say Dominic did fall in combat. What would we do then? What's our next step?
I don't want to think about that. Losing Salus was more than enough. I'm sure he's alive. We'll find him.
But what if he's not? We need to think, Pro. Things would be in our hands.
Our hands?
Yes, we'd be the new leaders. How would we come back from this?
I don't know if we can.
That's why I sent those two away. I don't think they'd be ready to hear this. There's a very real chance that the seer is dead. If that's the case, then there's nothing we can do. We'd never be able to win this war conventionally. That blade in their power was all we had, Pro.
I don't know, Ulrich, but I feel like they're alive. They wouldn't give in so easily.
I guess we'll find out.
And we need to trust in the spirits, right? They showed Dominic a vision of our victory.
But they also showed Valenorth's destruction. We know that was false. They attacked our HQ instead.
Are you saying the spirits were lying?
I don't know, Pro. It's too complicated for me to say. But something tells me that we can't trust the spirits anymore. If they come out from that tunnel, it'll be as changed men.
The rulers of this world, the Triumvirate, already you take up arms against them. This is good. We were unable to do so in our current state. We were trapped.
Trapped?
It all happened in the blink of an eye. Our glorious monarchy, destroyed in an instant. They showed no mercy. They showed nothing. Something happened. Something beyond words. We were simply living life, and then we were not. They forced us to watch them defile our world.
I don't understand.
Neither do we, but that is what happened. They stole our future and our bodies. We were prisoners, bound by celestial chains as they had their way with our world.
So they didn't create Alestia?
No, but they created you, the new residents of Alestia, built in their image of perfection to counter our corrupt nature. They stole our world and our future, handing it off to you.
This is incredible!
We do not share the same opinion.
No, I meant the story! I can't believe I'm hearing this right now. We always knew there was more to this world.
This is why we needed a voice. We've suffered for eternities, unable to speak, forced to watch, and cry for help upon deaf ears.
I have a few questions.
Of course.
So, the spirit realm is more like a prison, and it held you and your people captive? Huh. Then what are these visions and idols all about? Almost all of our culture has been built around them, especially Valinor, which is where the seer comes from. Rumor has it that the Triumvirate wanted to destroy the idols.
Over time, we were forced to adapt. We changed. The idols are manifestations of our desire to reach out. They gave us the ability, however minimal, to speak with you.
The visions, you mean?
Yes, but our power was limited, and we were censored. This is why we could never tell you the truth through visions. Whenever we did, the Triumvirate made you see something else.
That's what they did this time then? We saw Valinor getting attacked and strategized about that. But it seems like their plan was always to attack us down here.
Indeed, which is why we chose not to create another idol. Instead, we chose to influence the members of their honor guard, the barracks, the living quarters, the weapons. We did it all for you. We did it so you would survive this trap and help us seek vengeance. It seems the cost was dire, but we succeeded. We shall succeed again. We wish to aid your assault on Balteus and take back our homeland.
So you come from Balteus?
We lived all over Alestia, but Balteus was our capital. The castle there housed the monarch, our king or queen. We may have been corrupt, but we lived in peace. We were happy.
What do you mean by corrupt?
We are not certain. Perhaps there is inherent evil in all of us. The Triumvirate deemed that a flaw, and rewrote the world. When your kind was first made, you were mindless slaves, forced to carry out the Triumvirate's bidding. No free will. That is a gift we gave to you through the idols we created. Slowly, our corruption merged with the purity of your kind. That was the first step. After that, we created seers, beings capable of hearing our plight and leading insurrections. To this day, all have failed. We were not strong enough.
Wait, I know where this is going.
Yes. That is why we gave the seer all of our power. Enough to wield that blade against your creators and our captors. The timing seemed correct. It is a gamble, but with favorable odds. However, there is another matter at hand. There is no more spirit realm. The idols are all gone, and the power resides within us and that blade. The power within you, Seer, is immense. You carry on our legacy. So now, I will call you what you are. Rightful heir to the throne of the monarchy, my king. I will serve you in this fight to take back our world, and together we will all be free from their grip.
King? Maybe we should slow down here.
We must not. To slow down would be giving them time. They've had enough. We've watched for far too long. The weight of our kind is upon you. Do not let us down. As you command.
Domek, we were so worried that you... What?
At ease, Ulrich. I'll try my best to explain. Everybody, let's go back to the atrium. There's much to discuss, and I'll tell you all the truth. Things just got a lot more complicated. For all of us. I guess this is it. Where do I even start? They say that mercy is the mark of a great man, but there are no great men in war. We've seen that here today. War is only a game to see how much you can lose before giving up. But trust me, we will never give up. Join me, brothers and sisters. Grab a blade from the floor, even if it belonged to their honor guard. Take it. I'd prefer that. The Triumvirate may think they've crippled our resolve, but no. Each swing of that blade will carry the weight of our fallen comrades behind it. We will use that weight to crush their army and make them pay for this attack. When the Triumvirate looks down on that blade in their final moments, I want them to know that they sealed their own fate. Mark my words, family. The Triumvirate shall fall. They will burn for what they've done here today. And in the end, they will beg for the mercy they were too unkind to give to us. We will free this world from their grip and deliver it to the hands of the righteous. Our dynasty will be marked with blood, yes, but theirs was marked with far more. The Spirit Realm has given us one final blessing. The truth. Standing here before you is not Salis. He has become a vessel. This is the Spirit Realm embodied, powered by our underground idol. Driven by the howls of countless spirits, he seeks vengeance. But he has also brought with him the answers to our every question. No longer shall we live in the dark. We know the true nature of things. We are not the only victims of the Triumvirate's wrath. The spirit realm is not what we believed. Not at all. What we cherished and worshipped was a prison. A prison to house the previous residents of Alestia. Residents that were deemed too corrupt by the Triumvirate. As they were pushed aside, we were created to serve. The Triumvirate did not create our world, but they did create us in the image of perfection. We were pure and existed only to follow their every order. But over time, the previous residents reached out from their prison. Growing in strength, they created what we called the spirit idols. These were used to slowly give our people the gift of free will. Though pure, we lacked the abilities to be ourselves. This was the greatest gift we could ever ask for. They opened our eyes, allowing us to fight back. But so far, every insurrection has failed. This is what we will change, thanks to the seer. You see, the spirit realm is no more. All of the energy in that realm has found a new home. Some of it is in this vessel, and some of it is in the blade. But the largest portion resides within the seer. That is why he is uniquely capable of wielding the blade. Alestia's previous residents, the ancient monarchy, are responsible. They saw a way to help us defeat the Triumvirate and took it. But you see, we no longer fight for ourselves. We fight for everybody. If we lose, both us and the monarchy perish. We cannot let this happen. We are the only people capable of carrying out this objective. There won't be another chance. No more seers, no more blades. We will show them that their vision of a pure world is flawed. But, in order to do so, I must step down as the general. You see, this army is no longer mine to lead. I'm sorry. This new truth changes both the world and our cause. As I mentioned, the seer was blessed with immense power. But what he truly has within is the souls of the monarchy, giving him the strength to use that blade. He is our champion. But he is more than just our champion. He is our king, rightful heir to the throne of Alestia, our true ruler. By decree of the spirits, we are his to command. If you'll excuse us, we need to make some new plans. But I'll have an itinerary posted in the barracks by morning. Until then, please do your best to clean up this atrium. And please, bring the bodies down to the spirit idol. It seems only fitting, and there's plenty of room. With that said, you're all dismissed. Thank you. Well then, back to the war table. We need to talk about our next step. Without a bigger army, we won't win. And I think I know what to do. Come on, bring your friends too. I'll grab Ulrich and Pro. Let's do this.
I always knew you were special, but a king? And no more spirit realm. What's going to happen?
That is so cool, Seer! Or I guess I should call you king now. Or maybe monarch? I don't know, it's just cool.
I hope that we can work all of this out. Let's go plan our next move with Domik. I wonder what he has in mind for us.
I bet it's something amazing. He might not be the leader, but he's still a strategist. We need to make sure that we come back from this loss.
Yeah, we can't let their deaths be in vain. Like Domik said, they need to give us strength. The only thing we can do is hope that it's enough.
So, we need to find a new army. But recruiting Mazeans would take far too long. We need to take drastic measures and fast. This is where my initial plan comes into play. We can use that spiritual energy to create seers. They could see the outcome of every battle, every attack.
That doesn't make any sense, Domik. Visions lied to the king, led us into a trap. The Triumvirate could just do that all over again.
I'm not sure that's how it works. Beforehand, the visions came from their prison. That means the Triumvirate could tamper with the outflow. But now, all of that is in the hands of the king. There's nothing more getting in the way, see what I mean? The power of the spirit realm is now ours to wield, Ulrich.
That still doesn't make any sense. The spirit realm isn't what we thought it was, Domik. It was just a prison. How can that help us tell the future?
That was our culture. We all had this ability. It is how the monarchy lived in peace and prosperity. There was no danger left unchecked. No chance. The world was being guided to the one true future. It is not unlike the concept of fate that some believe in, but it is tangible. We knew where we were going. Always. That is why the Triumvirate was such a shock to us. An unknown variable in a future we completely mapped out. It was too late to adapt. We were already shackled. We slowly learned to lend our foresight to your world. However, we were only strong enough to help one individual. This is the concept you have learned to call the seer, or seeress. Domik's theory is sound. There is no longer any interference. The source of this power is now the king, rather than a prison. He can freely give this power to any individual he pleases.
Can he give it to himself?
We would not recommend this course of action. Every vision he induces would reduce his overall strength. It would whittle away at the monarchy, slowly killing us all. Furthermore, he does not know how to ration this power. He could end up expending almost all of it with a single vision. We would recommend giving a small portion of power to others. However, they would be rendered useless after this war. Using this power would be too much for their mind.
Useless?
They would be unable to think for themselves, or at all. The king could only do this because he grew up with that power. Just like our culture. To receive it too late can wreak havoc on the mind.
So they'd just sit around until they died?
Unless you fed them.
There must be another way. Just look in front of you. That energy could be used to bring back the forces we lost. We could create more vessels for the monarchy. More soldiers.
We would not advise this action. We can barely maintain this form. The wounds that ended Salus are burning, as if freshly inflicted. It is only tolerable because of the immense power within us. Lesser beings would be feeling eternal pain, and death does not come easily to a vessel like this. Wounds endured during the war would add to this pain. We would not wish this punishment upon anybody. Life in eternal pain, a constant memory of their own death. They perished for your cause. Give them the rest they deserve.
I don't know. An army of seers would be great for strategizing, but stealing their own future from them? That's wrong. On the other hand, bringing back the dead? I'm unsure.
The pain would fuel their rage and make them stronger. They could eventually learn to manage it with medicine. At least they'd have a future. The seers certainly wouldn't.
There must be something else we can do.
Not if you wish to make use of this power. It is powerful when used, but limited in scope. I will help the king carry out whichever he decides.
Right, I guess it's not my place to choose. Sorry, I must be still adjusting to this change.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I really can't help you this time.
Very well.
So, there we have it. What happens next?
I will take the king to the idol and help. After that, we must all convene in this war room. A strategy is required for this newfound army.
Absolutely not.
Ulrich, we have no other choice. Our forces require more than one major boost. Going to Alarinthia, we could convert them to our side.
They don't want to be converted, they want blood. Plain and simple. Who? I've never heard of this.
Apparently they follow after ancient ideals, an Alarinthian legend that wanted to change the nation. So far it seems like none have been strong enough to do so.
It's because strength always wins. Plain and simple. And with strength and power, they don't want anything to change. They only want to secure their own rule. Alarenthia is always the same.
Well, the mainland has never reached out before, right? If we team up with them, yourself included, we could win. If that's not possible, then maybe we can cut a deal with Draku.
Draku? He wants nothing more than to flex his power. He may rule over Alarenthia, but he's no ruler, trust me.
Well, I think we have a good opportunity for him, actually. What better way to show strength than to dethrone gods? There's a couple of avenues to take here. We need to do this.
Excuse my lack of enthusiasm, Dominik. I think there are more pressing matters at hand. We still need to decide what to do with him.
We require no maintenance. We simply wish to fight and teach. Our legacy demands to be passed on.
There you have it. I don't think there's anything we can do. He won't be of any harm to us, right?
That's what we thought about the Honor Guard. Are you really going to gamble on the spirits again? What if there's a chance he's just lying to us, Dominik?
We have no reason to lie, and we do not appreciate this accusation. Using the Honor Guard, we fortify these tunnels. It is thanks to us that you survived this ordeal. Many of our citizens were sacrificed in order to do this. Controlling the Triumvirate's forces was taxing, to say the least.
Then why did they kill almost all of us during the attack?
Our control was strong, but not strong enough. It was easy for the Grand Inquisitor to overpower us. Until today, he had never set foot in these tunnels. We do not mind answering questions, but we do mind being accused of wrongdoing. Everything we've done to help your cause.
To what end?
The Triumvirate's end.
I think we should just trust him, Ulrich. He's answered so many of our questions. Things make more sense now, wouldn't you say?
What should we call him, though?
We do not require a name.
You might think that, but you still need one. It's out of convenience, not necessity.
Convenience?
Yeah. Nobody really needs a name. It just helps us talk to one another, you know? It's especially helpful in battle, or while strategizing.
Very well. We will think of a name.
Howl.
Huh?
That's what Dominik said, right? Driven by the howls of countless spirits. It seems fitting, given the circumstances.
Valessa,
We accept this moniker. However, we must discuss another matter. This strategizing you speak of, we wish to help.
That's my job, actually.
And look where it got you.
What?
Your blind faith in spirits caused all of this. Our judgment will not be clouded. We wish to take your place. Remember, you are no longer in charge. This is the king's choice. We wish to be your advisor, Monarch. We've watched this world for almost an eternity. We know how the enemy works and thinks. It would be the wisest course of action. Dominik is responsible for this catastrophe. He would be unfit to give you advice in the future.
That is absolutely untrue. In this world, we learn from our mistakes, Howl. We don't condemn others based on bad decisions.
Perhaps that is why you are easily oppressed. There is no room for error in these final days. Perhaps in the future, you can atone for this. Very well.
Thank you. Those matters aside, we still need to make our next move. There's an upcoming ball in Alarinthia. It's held annually. The palace is open for a few days only. We can go. It's likely that Vivian will make a move against Dracu. If she does, we can use that as an opportunity to form an alliance. If she doesn't, then we can seek out an audience with Dracu. Either side would have a wealth of forces to offer. We need their aid if we're going to win the final battle. I'll get the boats ready. We can leave tomorrow morning. I'm sure Alex will be able to give us a capable ship. If we're going to make this bull, we need the best of the best. Ships were part of our terms, so I'm sure he'll be able to comply. Meet back here in the morning, all of you. We can go over any last-minute stuff before we leave. The rest, we'll have plenty of time to discuss on the voyage.
We must express displeasure at your decision. Domik made a mistake and remains unpunished. The lives that were lost beg for justice. We are that justice. Honor? Honor is a term used to stay the hand in difficult situations, Monarch. When the final drop of blood must be spilled, and your honor stops you, what then? Is the future of our world on the shoulders of those so weak? Do not concern yourself with honor. The enemy does not, and this is why they win. Concern yourself with the correct actions, not the right ones. That is all the advice we have for you today, Monarch. But we do not trust Domik to make the right decisions in the future. The fact that he left the Honor Guard alive is proof of that. He hesitates. This hesitation will not go away simply because he knows what we are. The truth of the spirit realm does not change strategy on the war table. With that said, we will leave you be. Ruminate on this in the future, my king.
Each year, Dracu holds a ball. Essentially, it's to show off his power. It's open to the public, which means Vivian will likely make a move. I'd say it's either an assassination attempt or a tournament request. During the ball, we will meet with both of them. Our goal is to secure an Alarinthian army to help us out. If we do this, our chance of success will increase tenfold. Each party, if they're willing, will likely request something in return. It may be impossible to avoid being caught up in Alarinthian politics. If it comes to anything extreme, we will have Ulrich help us out. I trust there are no objections. We will set sail immediately after this meeting. I've already arranged transportation with our pirate allies. It's a 24-hour voyage, so pack your essentials. Food and drink have already been pre-packed. None of us should go hungry or thirsty during the trip, and there are enough beds for us all to sleep too. The voyage will be a nice time to get some relaxation in. However, once we get to Alarinthia, we have to be serious. Our success directly affects our odds of surviving this war. We've ensured that our comrades received a proper burial. They're resting with the spirit idol, and we'll close off that passage. For their sake, please leave it undisturbed. They deserve rest. The volunteers from Valinor are starting to have visions. They will accompany us to Alarinthia and help our cause. Thankfully, there were no side effects or losses. We have our army of seers, Monarch. Hopefully, you'll get to meet them soon. With all of that said, I think it's time to end this meeting. Are there any questions before we head to the shipyard? Remember, once we leave, we may not be back for a while.
What exactly happens at this ball?
I'm not sure. Dancing and feasting, I'd imagine. Dracu wants to pamper everybody he can. That's his goal. If his people are happy, then there's less fighting over the throne.
So basically one big party, then?
Correct.
Awesome. The last party we were ever going to have was cancelled. Let's say we finally have your induction ceremony, eh, Seer? Except now it's not for being a seer, it's for being a king.
Just try not to draw attention to yourselves, alright? It may be a party, but Alarinthia's fate will change behind the scenes. Remember why we're there, and don't lose sight of our original goal.
Of course.
Why didn't Vivian make a move at any of the other parties? I guess I mean to ask, what makes this year special? What if we go there and she ends up doing nothing?
If that happens, then we focus on Dracu. At the end of the day, we still have an option. We're just planning for many possible scenarios.
All right.
Very well. Dismissed. Let's pack our things and meet at the docks. We'll set sail in 3 hours, so don't be late.
We've been given a room in the crew quarters. Please stop by and see us before you leave. It is important for us to learn more about you. Until then, Your Highness.
What happened, Sovy? I thought you had everything under control. Get in, kill the seer, and destroy the idol.
It's not that simple, Halen. I tried my best, and it wasn't a total failure. We've dealt them a blow from which they'll never recover.
And you think the Triumvirate will be okay with that? They don't tolerate failure. I'll get dragged into this too. I don't want to suffer due to your inability to succeed, Sovy. Let's not even mention the Blade of Exodus. You just let them walk away with it. I can't believe you were so foolish.
Don't worry. We'll get the job done. They'll be happy enough with Damek out of the picture. It'll buy us time while we formulate another plan, Halen.
If you're lucky enough to get another chance, you mean? You'll need a pretty good excuse to get away with this.
I hesitated, Halen. I had him in my grasp, and I hesitated. There was something in my head saying not to kill him. The same instinct I always listened to and am praised for. That instinct has yet to let me down. I feel like he was meant to survive this battle. We'll have more chances to kill him in the future. Besides, with the condition I left him in, he'll be an easy target. Next time we cross paths, even a child could take him down. This isn't as bad as you think, Halen. Today, we won.
For your sake, I hope they buy that excuse.
No, Halen. We must never tell them the truth. Tell them the seer slipped through our grasp. I trust you to keep this silent for the time being.
You want me to lie for you now?
It's for the best. Just trust me. I would do the same for you, Halen. Together, we will acquire any lost honor.
Fine, but next time I'll watch you. If you can't finish the job, then I will. There's no place for hesitation in a time of war.
So, how are you feeling?
I'm fine.
You look conflicted.
I said I'm fine.
Look, you killed Domik, Shane. I can understand what you're going through.
How can you?
Yes, I did the same thing in the past. Before I joined the Triumvirate, I killed them all. Liars and cheaters deserve no less of a punishment.
You looked so sad, though. Like, how do I know what you said was true? A face can say a lot more than words ever can.
He was sad because he got caught, Shane. He thought you were dead, so he didn't expect it. You rose from the grave to deliver your vengeance. That is an opportunity he shall never have. He didn't hesitate to send you to your death, remember? There's no reason to give him a courtesy he never gave you. Offering that olive branch is a good way to get yourself killed. There's no going back now, Shane. You're one of us. After what you did, you're their enemy. For good.
Huh?
Yes, but you are no longer an enemy of the Triumvirate. They will sing your praise and give you your every desire. The victory of our battle was all thanks to you, Shane.
I'm not sure how to feel.
Sometimes you need to act rather than react. Push those feelings aside and focus on survival. There are many rebels who will seek you out for revenge. And I expect you to show all of them the same treatment. Welcome to the Inquisition, Shane. The right side of history.